Hey, it's Dish with D. That's me. I don't know. I think these lives are much easier than recording because I can't seem to put my finger on anything I want to talk about today. But I wanted to go and say a big thank you because guess what Dish with D got? She got Happy Mail. Look, from Jonah, Jones Pointed Plate. She made me a Dish with D mug. And look, has my shades, my trademark. I should have them on here, but I won't be able to see. But I wanted to get on and publicly say thank you to Joan for making me my favorite color, purple. It's like, ooh, look, Dish with D has merch. I just say it. But I also wanted to also thank, because I don't think I ever did it publicly, Stacy from our Facebook group. She made me this cute little, hi Joanne, this cute little bunny buried in a patch. Isn't that cute? That's Stacy. She's so talented. So yeah. So it's my second Happy Meal. So I was like, ooh, Dish with D's got a Happy Meal. So I thought I'd come and say thank you to Joan because Joan's into this craft stuff. My hair looks really bad. She's into this her crafting, her cricket, and she's making all kinds of fun stuff. So Dish with D got a mug. Ain't that cute? And she's down in green tea. Ask you why Dish with D are you down in green tea today? Because tomorrow's Way Day. And girl needs to flush out her system. And let me tell you something. Green tea will do it. I make a 3-cup pot, and it kind of, I put ice because it's usually warm, so it's usually more than 3 cups. It's probably more like 5. Oh, look, Jonah Jones Pointed Plate just chimed in. Yes, I was trying to vlog on a video, and it just wasn't working. I was getting stumped and saying really strange things, which happens a lot. So I thought maybe if I go live, I'll be better behaved. But yes, Joan, who just chimed in. I don't know. I think maybe we'll have to hire her. What do you think? I say Joan needs a craft channel. Thumbs up if you agree with me on that one. Yeah. I mean, it's simple stuff, but you know what? Somebody has to show us. I'm craft challenged. I am Dish with D and I am craft challenged. Yes. Yeah, I am craft challenged. I don't know. Just craft challenged. I'm not too technically challenged. Some things I am, but if I have enough time, I can figure it out. But I'm more craft challenged. So, yes. So, other than that, I thank you for if you joined me, that's fabulous. If not, you'll be watching this later. That's perfectly fine. I just think maybe I would just want to come on and say hi. Hi, Dish with D, that'd be me. So, yes, that is it. Tomorrow's my weigh day. I will weigh in. I'm not sure it'll be a loss this week, but you know what? Not every week is a loss. Sometimes maintaining is a win. And I think that's what's going to happen for tomorrow. But I will let you know after my weigh in. On my way home, I will throw my Mr. Camera on and I will vlog. Trumbro. I don't know. Hello. I don't know who you are, but I'll say hi anyway. Um, Lost my train of thought. Yes, I will vlog about the topic and my loss, or my not so loss. On my way home from the meeting tomorrow, we're having a little bit of a little party for one of our. It's not. They're not called. I don't know what they're called. It's coaches and something else. Or whoever does the weighing. That he's moving. So yes, I get weighed by a man. If that isn't creepy, nothing is. I mean, hands up to how many women want to get weighed by a man. No. Don't want to get weighed by a man, I should say. No. The last thing we want is a man that know what we weigh. So going up to Frank is very humbling, just so you know. And he's very sweet about it, but sometimes you get yes. Hi, Joanne. No hands. Yeah, no hands. Yes, I meant to say that. No, we don't like men knowing our weight, let alone weighing us and giving us the especially after a holiday. So you had a good time. Yeah, and I bet he did too. It just so happens that men have a little bit of an easier time than we do. They hate to hear that. They hate to hear that. But, I hate to say it, but it is a little bit true. They hate to hear that they get more points than us. They stop putting cream in their coffee, they lose 10 pounds. We put cream in our coffee and we've stayed the same. Don't put cream in our coffee and we stay the same. And that's just how it goes. And they hate hearing it. I mean, they yes, they struggle like we do, yada yada yada. But we know, we know, and we feel bad for them. Get that eye roll. Get the eye roll icon. So other than that, I just needed to come on and thank Joan and thank Stacy because Dish with D got Happy Meal. The bunny, look at that little tush. It's a bunny butt. It looks like it'd be a bunny face, though, can't it? Like that's its nose and its mouth is buried in there. But no, that's his butt. It's no buttocks. So yes. So yes, I am lacking ingenuity today. Can you tell? I don't know. I guess the car really inspires me. I don't know why, because I drive and I don't think. That's a good thing. Because when I think, it's sometimes not always a good thing. Yeah, sometimes things come out of my mouth. Like, in fact, I was vlogging today, and a few things I had to like stop. I'm like, no, I can't say that. No, I can't say that. Oh, I know, I definitely can't say that. But they do run through my head. I'm sure they run through everybody's head. The thoughts that we come in. But yeah, so no, I don't want to, be mean or anything. So I thought, let's just go live. Maybe I'll behave. You never know. Could be not. It's Friday afternoon. It's hot here in the Northeast. I don't know if it's hot where you guys are, but it's hot where I'm at. Guides, that's it. Thank you, Joan. Guides, yes. Frank is our guide. He weighs us and gives us the, he's one of my favorite skills. The only reason I give it to him. But it's very humbling to get weighed by a man. Because if you could face him, you could face anybody. People have said that, like their husbands don't know what they weigh. And my husband did not know what I weighed for quite a while. Actually, only up until recently. I thought, well, he knew I lost, like, at that point, it was probably like 75 or 80 pounds. And he's just like, you've lost that much? Like, I'm like, yeah, I know. How much was I? Because if he listen, I mean, if he's thinking I'm like 210, and 70 would be like, well, I'd be like 140, and you don't look that. Yeah. So I had to explain to him, I just said, I felt better because I was under 200 pounds. I was able to say, yeah, I think I was 185 when I told him. I was 185. And he's like, wow, you were 270. I'm like, yeah, I know. 270. That's a crazy number. But once you're down far enough, your weight is more accepted. Yeah, we have a little higher than 95. I'm not quite sure how hot it is, but it's pretty hot. The dog doesn't even want to go outside. But yeah, so once I would hit 185, 270 seemed, 185 seemed thin. Yes, my favorite word. Not. I feel so much lighter, and like I said, if I stayed at 185, I'd be happy. When you come, that would maybe 85 pounds. I'd be happy with that. Absolutely. But no, WW wants to see me emaciated. Literally. Yeah, they want me to struggle, and that's what's going to be. My goal is I have a doctor's note for 10 pounds above my goal. My goal would have been 146. So my goal is now 156. And I'm 160, at my last weight, I was 167, I think. It was 11, it was 67.4. Yeah, I was 11 and a half pounds from goal. So yeah, I needed that 10 extra pounds. Girl, I could need 20 extra pounds. I could like to say right here, this is a good, because I think it's a maintainable weight. And that's important. Like, it's one thing to lose it, but it's another thing to maintain it. And that's a whole, that's where the lifestyle comes in. And that's why I keep saying to myself, it's a lifestyle. This is that's why a lot of times I am almost 5'4". Uh, that's why I always say, that's why I have this stuff. That's why I kind of pick. Because, oh, you really shouldn't pick. You really shouldn't pick. But that's always going to be me. To sit there and try to change who I am as a picker. Shh, all right, Karen. I won't. You're at home. I will never say that. Um, I forgot what I was saying. See, when my train of thought goes off. It's unrealistic for me to sit there and say that I'll make that. Again, I'm a picker. That's what I was saying. I am. I'm always, to sit there and innately change that. I know. The Weight Watchers goals are unrealistic. I mean, I get it if I was 25 years old. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm 52. And I tell them, I say this, and maybe it's an excuse. I don't know. I've been heavy for 40 years since I hit puberty, since I was like 12, 11 and a half. So I've had a weight issue for 40 years. Maintaining is key. And, and to sit there and change who I am is to me, I'd be setting myself up for failure. That's what I would be setting myself. I don't want to. I'm not creating myself. I'm not recreating myself. I'm just trying to enhance myself. I'm trying to make better choices. That's all I can expect from myself. To sit there and say I'm going to be a whole different person. I'm never going to have that. I'm never going to have that. Yeah, the range ended at for 5'4" and our thing. It said 146 was the end of the goal for five. They put me at 5'4". What was the end of the range? So I got the doctor for 10 extra pounds. I would have loved to have 20. My doctor even said, no, I would love to see you stay where you're at. I said, yeah, so would I, but they don't. And I get it because people would abuse it. And I understand that. But, I think history has a lot to do with it. Like I said, back to, trying to invent who I am. I sit there and say, oh, I'm never going to have that. I will never touch that. I'm Italian. I grew up 100% Italian, mind you. I grew up with bread on a regular basis. I think I said this in my last video. I grew up with eating bread. We had bakeries, like brick oven bakeries in Philadelphia, 2 blocks away from my house. And it was cheap. A loaf of Italian bread was like probably 75 cents or 50 cents. We had it all the time because back then, money was tight and bread was cheap. And it was crusty bread on the outside and chewy on the inside. That's why I am a bread snob when it comes to bread, because I grew up next to phenomenal places that had tomato pies and rolls and breads and yeah. So yeah, to change who I am is I really believe setting myself up for failure. People say that's just an excuse. I guess you could call it an excuse. I'm trying to think ahead. Like I'm trying to think of how am I going to, if I don't, I'm a picker. So yeah, if I see something that I want, those Cheerios that are in the container sitting on the table, I'm going to grab a couple. Yeah, I could write it, but it would be like, I wouldn't know how much to write. I'd have to measure each one. And I don't grab like scads of Cheerios. Like it's probably 8. Throw them in my mouth. I like a few almonds here and there. I mean, granted, almonds do add up. I mean, eventually you're going to have a quarter cup. Oh, change. You're waiting for change, girl. You're in the wrong. Yeah, I will never. I'm not. I can't. And that's one thing I've accepted. Hey, all right. Half Italian in the house. Um, So yeah, that is one thing on this journey. I've tried to make it, I always say that she always says that doing Weight Watchers your version. I have to do it my version because I'm the one that I have to live with. I'm the one that wants to continue. And in order for myself to be successful, I have to be true to me and what I am and what I expect of myself. I'm not going to put unrealistic expectations. I can't because I just know that I will be. I mean, I've been down this road, but well, not this close, but been down the road of weight loss before. Back in 2013, 14, I lost 56 pounds and I put it back plus. And then before came back, I started 2016, May. I lost another 58 pounds. I stopped for 3 months. I gained 25 back. So yeah, I know me, and I know I love food, and I'm just trying to have a better relationship with food. I always say this is one of my favorite lines. I don't want to give up, not eating. I had overeating. Now I don't want to go to not eating. I'm trying to find balance between the two worlds, and I don't know if I will, but that's what I strive for. I just strive for balance. I just, like I said, I just want to be like my coach always uses this line, which I hate. Nothing tastes as good as thin feels or skinny. And I'd hear her say it, and it always irked me because I just don't. Yes, the mug was fabulous. I'm at your favorite line. Nothing tastes as good as thin or skinny feels. And normally I would hear it and it would irk me. And then the one day I was looking at home and I'm like going, that just, my blood would boil. And then she said it last week, 2 weeks ago at the meeting, and she said, nothing tastes as good as thin or skinny. No, she uses the word thin. Thin feels. And I said, wait a minute. I said, who here wants to be thin? I don't. just want to be normal. That is what I want. To use the word thin in a Weight Watchers meeting, I think is 50 shades of wrong. And I'm like going, it's just like we're supposed to be an encouraging group, a group for motivation. But to sit there and say, so I'm not good unless I'm thin? Well, I look up thin in the dictionary or skinny, neither definition is positive. They both are negative. So why would I want to go from overweight to underweight? I want to just be normal. Normal. Nothing tastes as good as normal feels. Nothing tastes as good as healthy feels. Nothing tastes as good as being in control feels. Use those words. We're trying to give positive to girls, young girls. Oh, we want to give them but you're going to sit there and tell them that thin is what you strive for? I don't strive for thinness. Or, to sit there, like, I don't know. I just find it, and, truth be told, if a lot of you go to meetings, you'll be able to agree with me. There's a lot of people you see come and go. You see a lot of people come and go. I mean, like I said, we've been there now at our meeting probably 16, 18 months, and I've seen people drop out. I've seen them come back. And I've seen people at my one meeting there for several years. Are they skinny? Heck no. They're not even thin. They've only granted they're there, they're doing great for themselves and it's wonderful. So to sit there and say that in front of somebody that's been at least keep what they have off, to say the word thin and skinny is to me is insulting. Because those women are never going to be thin or skinny. And guess what? It's okay. They're doing better for themselves and they're striving to be healthy. And that's all we could strive for. I sit there and we're creating a so you're not good unless you're skinny or thin. That's not a message I want to promote. Not at all. That's in fact they said we have a thing called Zingle where they send you this. It's like a text thing, and they'll send you a Zingle the day of your meeting to remind you about your meeting, and then a Zingle afterwards, and then a quote of the week, and inspiration. Well, they Zingled the "Let nothing tastes as good as thin feels, thin and healthy." I was all over that Zingle. I replied back to her with 18 texts. I'm like, and she apologized. She said, "I understand, but it's an homage to our past." Oh, there you go. Your past. So why would you homage them that was negative? I was just like, oh. I mean, as we know, Weight Watchers has changed over the years. They're now into, I guess, healthy and nutrition, and that's why they'll accept people who only need to lose a few pounds. It used to be you had to lose, I think, 10 or 15 in order to be a member. So it was really a big about weight loss, but they're trying to get out of the weight loss and trade, I guess, because they're not making as much money. I guess they're not as successful, so they're trying to branch out into just health and have other people come. I get that, but and I was just like, just all over it because I don't think that's like I said, I guess because I was so heavy. And if I went in there, that was my first meeting, and she said that, I think I would have not come back. Because I had no aspirations of being thin or skinny. I had aspirations of surviving. I had aspirations to get 20 pounds off so I didn't die. When your doctor had severe sleep apnea when I went, and he told me, based on my test results, that if I didn't get help, I would be dead in 6 months because I was having 99 episodes an hour of sleep, without oxygen. My oxygen saturation went down to 54 at one point, losing brain cells, and Dean needs her brain cells. So to hear that because of my weight, and of course back then I thought, oh, it was hereditary. My parents had it. That's why I have sleep apnea. Well, lo and behold, Denise lost when I went for my visit back in January. At that point, I was probably down 90, maybe 90 pounds, or did I hit 75? I might have hit 75 or eight. No, it hit 75. I said about 80, 85 pounds I was down when I went for my checkup back in January. And you have to bring your little card from your machine. You have like an SD card. It records your sleep over the last, I guess it gives him the last 3 or 4 weeks. He looks at that and he looked at me, he goes, this machine is not working hard for you because you don't need it. He says, your pressure has gone down in half from when you were here last year. He says, it's probably due to the weight loss. He said, I'm really considering, if you're doing so well, that I want to take you off the machine. And I'm like, what? Whoever, I thought that I had to be on that machine the rest of my life. Let me tell you, that machine saved my life. People complain about the machine like, oh, I hate the masks, or, you know what? When you don't sleep and you feel like crap, you don't care what's on your face, because I was in such a state where anytime I sat on this chair, in fact, I'd fall asleep. I'd get up in the morning. This is after a full night's sleep. My boys would leave for school on the bus. I'd sit down here. I'd fall asleep. I'd have to set my alarm to go to work. For 45 minutes, I'd get up, get ready for work. I worked part-time, 4 hours a day. I come home at 1 o'clock, have lunch, sit down, fall asleep for another hour. Get up, make dinner, clean up, and then 6:30, 7 o'clock, sit down again, fall asleep again. And I never felt rested. I was always feeling like crap, like this exhausted. Anytime I didn't fall asleep out of the house, but when I sat home because I was here and comfortable, I would fall asleep. So that's how bad I was. And my parents both had it, so I just assumed I knew that's what it was when I went for my. And I always, you think it's hereditary, but he says it could be because, but based on the fact that you've lost this weight and the machine is showing progress, you're showing progress. I have to make sure that you're stable. Like, yeah, because we all know we put weight back on real easily. He says, let's wait another year. He said, let me see how you are in January of next year. He said, and I'm going to retest you. And if you test normal, I'm taking you off. So I never thought that would ever even be a possibility that I would come off that machine. I'm like, wow. And I had severe reflux, gone. Bad back, arthritis, gone. And back when you go to the doctors and you come in with these complaints and they always say, well, your weight. And I'd be like, "You always blame my weight. You look at my weight. And that's automatic." And I was always a person that defended that. Like, what do you mean? Just because I'm, a big person, you always assume. And that's not always true. And and the sad part is it was true for my case anyway, that my weight was causing all these problems. And it's funny because, like, back to the skinny comment, this is another one of my arguments. Skinny and thin people have high blood pressure, have diabetes, have high cholesterol, drop dead of a heart attack all the time. How many people drop dead of a heart attack on the stinking treadmill? So I'm like, just to sit there and say that word doesn't make it right. I had to finish that sentence. That was where my thought was going. Yeah, I could go on with that thought for a long time. That should be its own video. I think it was. But yeah, I just don't like, because I think if I'd heard that, I would have just been devastated. And I think of other people, and I mean, I just don't. I mean, I get why she's saying it because you're in such better shape, and when you're thinking of eating or eating something that you really shouldn't eat, think of how good you feel and how much your body has shrunk. And like I went from a size. I have a shirt that I still keep with me. I think it's a size 24. It was my go-to shirt. It has black. I'm gonna bring it on one day. I'm gonna do a video. I'll wear it. Had sequins. I wore it everywhere. It's really still in great shape. But it was my dressy shirt. It was my dress down shirt. My dress up shirt. It was my shirt that I felt comfortable in, and it fit. It always fit. It was always now. I just went shopping at Kohl's and I got three. Go to Kohl's for clearance. Three shirts on clearance. Two were mediums and one was a large. And the only reason I got the large and the other one was because the material is like that satiny, so it doesn't have any give to it, and I didn't want to risk it splitting. Because I'm really probably a medium large. Like if there was a medium large, that's what I'd buy. But I got the mediums, and I'm like, wow, I'm a medium. Like it blows your mind. And I tried on a size 12 skirt, and I got it. I buttoned it without a problem. Last time I got a 12 on, I had to like zug it in, but I got it on. And it's. I think, oh, I know. I agree with you. But I got the size 12 skirt on, and I was like, wow, I actually could wear this and sit. Because we get things on, can't mean we could always sit in them. But I'm like, wow, a size 12. Like, that's my goal, was a 12. And I'm like, wow, I hit my goal. I hit my goal with size 12. It's insane. It's insane that I sit there and say, I put a size 12 skirt on. I have a medium. I bought two capri pants and a shorts at Kohl's, size medium. It just feels weird. Like people say, "How do you feel having the under?" It hasn't. I still, doesn't hit me. I don't. We don't see ourselves as other people see us. So I not that I see a big girl because I don't see the huge girl, but I see all the things that I know I need to work on, and I still have the pooch, and my thighs are big. I don't have a butt. I never had a butt. I'm kind of flat back there. I got that from my dad, but the girls have gone down too. Not as little as I would like, but it's hard, and I don't want to forget the girl who was 270 because she is part of me, and she has, she's still in there, and she has feelings, and she was important, and she mattered, and she wasn't, and I don't want to forget her, and she's there, and I'm always going to refer to her. She's not going to be that far away, and to sit there, and if she just hear that in her first day, I don't know if she would have went back to Weight Watchers. I don't know, because if that's the goal, to be thin and skinny, then that's not me because that's not what I want to be normal. That's what I want, normal. You know, you go from heavy to being skinny. I want the middle. I just want the middle. I don't want a lot. I just want the middle. You know, you do what we can do. I tell this all the time. I go by, it's not day by day, it's meal by meal. I work one meal at a time. That's all I can do. I had breakfast today, I had lunch, and then I'll work on dinner. And at tomorrow's weigh day, so I won't have any kind of snack. But oh, it's the truth though. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to forget her. I really don't. I mean, she was a good person. She really was, and she still is. And just because she had 100 pounds to lose didn't make her less of a person. And you're treated that way. And if you don't watch Holy Crap, I'm Fat, you should follow her on Instagram and here on YouTube. She gave a beautiful video yesterday about her struggle and how somebody made her feel bad about it. And it's horrible. It's horrible how people look at you negative because you're heavy. You're still a person. You're still a human being. Just because they think that some people think that all you do is sit in front of the table and eat, and that's not always the case. Sometimes it's just in your gene pool. Sometimes it's what you eat. Sometimes it's lack of exercise or even moving, or it's just yeah, you eat too much. I guess it is a problem, but there's a reason why you eat too much, and don't maybe that's all this person has to do. It's all she has in her life, and I'm not going to sit there and feel make her feel bad about it. She struggles. We all struggle. We all struggle with food. And like I always say, it's an addiction. I have a food addiction. I'm making too much sense. I know. Wow. I can't imagine being a size 2. I don't think I'd be able to eat. And I do. I enjoy eating. I think food is good. And I don't ever want to look at food and feel bad about it. It was in my video yesterday. I don't want to eat and feel bad about eating. If I have something I probably shouldn't have or I ate over my points, it's fine. I don't want to feel bad about it. Like people worry about like Sandy. If you ever watched Let's Get Fit with Sandy, she was on vacation, and I said to her, "Sandy, it's vacation. Just enjoy yourself. You know what? If you gain, you gain. It's vacation. You know what? I always say this is a lifestyle, and in life, you gain and you lose. I don't want to feel bad if I gain one week, and I don't want to make myself feel bad about it, because yeah, it happens. The loss is when you don't sit there and move on. Like to say, you know what? I did it. I gained. Oh well, I'm back on track. I will have a good week. And if you have another bad week, you have another bad week. It's okay. I don't want to make myself, I don't want to go schizo on myself and just be like, I can't believe I ate that, or why did I eat that? And you know what? I eat it and I own it because I wanted it. Now, granted, let's not eat too much because then, yeah, and then problems ensue. But like I said, over Christmas break, this Christmas holiday, this past Christmas, I was on plan up till the week prior to Christmas, and I said to myself, it's Christmas. Christmas comes but once a year, and there's things that you only can get at Christmas time. And I'm like, I guess I could try. And I thought to myself, you know what, Denise? It's Christmas. Everybody gains at Christmas, even the stinking skinny people. So you know what? I'm going to sit there and say to myself, you know what? You're going to be allowed to gain, and it's going to be okay. And I gained 2.8 that week. The following week, I lost 3.6 because I went right back on plan and I reeled it back in. Now, it doesn't happen every week, but you know what? But I gave myself permission to eat. And I thought, I'm not, this is Christmas. If you're Italian, you know what I'm saying about Christmas Eve. It's the 7 fishes. Yeah. And cookies and strombolis and you go to people's houses and they have all the good stuff and you don't want to not have the whole kit and caboodle, but you want to at least have a little bit of everything, you know? But on that note, I need to go, and I didn't think I was going to be here this long. I was really coming on to thank Joan for my mug, and in case you weren't here, I will show you again that she made me a Dish with D mug. I got Happy Mail. I'm still sucking down the green tape, and yeah, I got to head to the bathroom. So I thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. And I mean, anybody have a question before I head on out? Or head to the bathroom, actually. And if you have a question, feel free. If not, that's great. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad, Jeannie. I love my fans. My I call you my dishers. I love my followers and my subscribers and people who get my message. I didn't know how well I'd be received, because it's hard when you're coming off. I mean, you want to be positive, absolutely. And I believe in positivity, but you want to be realistic. And I feel I try to be real and say what's on my mind and how it is, because I don't think this journey is easy. There's nothing easy about depriving yourself of the things you love to eat. I just try to keep it low and slow. Just do the best I can. All right, I got to head on out. But I thank you for joining me. Have a great day, and we will dish another day. And if you
Call
haven't
from
already
Bruce
subscribed,
Fuller.
Bruce Fuller, I don't know who Bruce Fuller is. All right,
Call
guys,
from Bruce Fuller.
thank you for subscribing. Have a great day. My phone talks too. That's really creepy.